Not enough time?
Too dangerous, too hard to coordinate, and it makes it with the timing more
Oh, okay.
We got 20 awards too.
Okay.
All slides.
Okay, so it started.
It's moving your hand approach.
Yeah, it's working.
So you want me to keep watching it, or am I good to drop off?
Might at least a little loud with your headphones to make sure the audio isn't awful or something.
Okay. If it is, should I tell them?
What?
If it is, I'll tell them.
You're on TV. Yeah. We just started it because it's late.
So you just had a good point that Ben should probably reiterate what we were talking about with the awards, because half the people weren't actually here.
Okay, I can tell them to do it right at the beginning. What, the second and third don't get anything?
Like, I don't know, like the whole spiel.
Okay, I think you can do the whole spiel again.
This is what you're doing. Like, this is what you do when you accept an award. They're not actual, maybe the actual awards doesn't matter, but like something is supposed to wait until the very last award. I don't know. I miss part of it too, because I had to step out.
So as Ben comes back, you have to go get the list.
You guys, are you webcasting this too?
Yeah.
Cool.
You guys good? Yeah. I mean, hold the mic more consistently. It's the only problem. And I'm also activated the webcam just so we can hear more audience sound.
Good.
So it'll be a little noisy broadcast. But he should be good.
Yeah, I
I'll
guess
see if we can double talk.
I actually wasn't live the audio on the web feed. I was just looking at the video and I didn't bring my headphones so I couldn't tell. But I guess somebody was saying that the live mic, the handheld mic on the web feed.
It wasn't low, people would do good.
Oh, okay.
And then it would kind of bust out.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, good enough.
Alright, ready to go? Take
Greetings, DigiPen! So welcome to the 2014 DigiPen Game Awards. This is, of course, the second show today that we're doing. The first show was the DigiPen 2014 Showcase. That showed a lot of videos of all the games that were made. Had students come up and present them. Lots of great stuff to see there at every level of DigiPen. If you want to see that, you can go to our YouTube channel and actually go over the entire awards, the entire showcase show again. However, what we're doing now is seeing which of those games are the best. There's a lot of different awards, a lot of different categories, all leading up to the Frog Merit Grand Prize Game of the Year. But we're going to go through all the other ones first, make you wait for the last one, the prizes, the money match, all of that. But as we go through these, remember that there's going to be a lot of other teams that came in fourth place, fifth place, up right there. They have come very close to even getting in the top three. And so, don't just think just because the game didn't get up here, it's a really good game. There are lots of excellent games that did not even place in any of these awards. And so when you go and look at these when they get up on the DigiPen Game Gallery in the next week or two, there'll be lots of things that you won't see at this presentation that you really should play. Lots of great stuff, lots of fun games that can be played. But now, we're actually going to go through these awards, and because people are here to accept them, if they just so happen to win one, I want to make sure you know the ground rules for how you come up here and accept the awards. You accept the awards, over on the left, you can then come up, wait for the camera, look back out and sit down. Some of you, who knows, might even win multiple awards. It's known to happen. But when you do that, make sure that you don't, make sure that you only, yes, over. It's off camera over to our left to see it. And so, when you get up and go and get your certificate, we will give you, of course, more customized awards in the future. We can't give you customized ones yet because the voting only concluded about 5 hours ago. So we haven't had time to do the customized awards that the teams will get. But right now, you have a certificate for the award and at least get to show everybody what you've done. So as we go through this, just remember to hold your applause until I actually announce some of these. That we are live streaming this. This is not just local here, so do take into account that there is an audience out there. So we're going to start with our first award category. This is the award for the most innovative design that we have seen this year. And when I say we, I really mean you, the students, because these are all student-voted categories. Every single one of these is based on student votes. I set up a survey for it, I tallied it, but this is what you voted for. So if your favorite game isn't up here, you need to vote it more often. So for most innovative design, this is about what's different, what's new, what new take it has on the game, especially compared to things we normally see at DigiPen. So if you do something a bit different, we lead off with this award because it is an important one. It's not just whether you did a good job creating an experience, it's whether you did something that we haven't seen before. So in third place, we have Wingman at 15%. That's a pretty good showing of the vote there. You can clap for me. Wingman is an excellent game. It's a game that came together in just one semester by a senior team, which is pretty damn impressive. So even just getting third place on this, just for one semester, that's quite an accomplishment. In second place, with 17% of the vote, is King. Now, King uses a unique sonar-style mechanic to actually be able to find your way through a world by using pulses of sound that let you see the world. It's very cool. I highly recommend playing it once we put it up on the game guide. But neither of those two games can stand up to Subway at 25%. Come on down. Award, but then, they probably won't win anything more. So you can come on up to the camera. You can loop around if you want. It's so bright. So for our second category, we have the most addictive game. So it's not about whether it's innovative, it's just about whether it's so fun you can't stop playing it. So this type of game can be very different. It's not going to be just about whether you did something new, it's about whether you can draw that player in. But of course you get very different types of games that do this. So what did DigiPen students really find that they couldn't stop playing? Well, in third place, with 10% of the vote, Wingman. So the way to think of it is that so far, Wingman is being nominated in every single category. So we're out there, right? Nobody else can say that. And at 11%, in second place, is Sunder. This is the one that uses red and blue colored glasses for doing 3D effects, except they're not actually showing you 3D. They're using a red pair and a blue pair so that two players see different games at the same time that cooperate between them. That's pretty cool. Could have well gotten into the most innovative design category. I'm pretty sure it was 4th voted. But they did get second place in most addictive game. But the most addictive game, at 14%, is Match Ball. Match Ball is an arena combat game between robots trying to hold on to a hot potato with my hot winging strapped with dynamite. Literally. Great job. And so, now here's it. Surely Match Ball can win in this category too. Our next category is most poetic experience. Come on. Potatoes. Dynamite. Robots. It's not French Revolution. No, not really. So most poetic experience. For those of you who have been in game classes here, you know what these are, because I tend to talk about them a decent amount. But for those of you who are viewing on the internet, either for old-time DigiPen students, before I started talking about this as much, or if you're just joining us for the first time, you may not know what a poetic experience is. So a poetic experience is really a game that isn't about trying to create intricate gameplay. It's not about mechanics. It's really about trying to get a deeper sense of emotion out of the game. It can be done a lot of different ways. And it can range from going after themes of sacrifice to beauty, to things of even just fear in a horror game. These are the types of things you get from poetic experiences. You can see professional ones along the lines of Journey, perhaps the most successful professional one from that game company. But you've also got ones that here at DigiPen that have been done throughout the years. Beachside Road and Solace. Lots of poetic experiences that been a big part of what people do in game process. So for the people who have tried to make these, of course, it's a little bit harder than a normal game in many ways because you don't just rely on mechanics for it. But these are some of my favorite games at DigiPen. I love these types of games. And I'm happy to say that in third place, with 19.7% of the vote, and I say 0.7 for a reason because there's one vote behind the second place, is Forsaken. So, Forsaken is a poetic experience that has themes of sacrifice, themes of loss. It is, as you can see, and it's a little hard to come across because it is dark, it shows up much better on regular computer monitor. But it's a game where you're taking a simple character, Poe, who then wanders through the landscape, attempting to bring light to the world, meeting some friends along the way, and attempting to defeat darkness. If you really like this type of game, if that type of thing appeals to you just as a statement, go play it. I won't spoil how it is, but very, very worthwhile to play. But in second place, with one more vote at 20.1%, Subway. Well, I mean, Subway has caught up to Wingman, and these third place finishers are better, so I'm going neck and neck there. But of course, what would be above Subway? That's a pretty good poetic experience there. Well, of course, at 37% of the vote, not quite so close to first place, is Che. Che is a senior game that is a metaphor for one person's struggle with addiction and coping with how he moves through the world, how he deals with, I believe, loss is not even a mistake. Thank you. And it's another game you really should play. I mean, all of these games are great, of course, but when you have a fun experience, the description really doesn't do it justice. It's really much better if you go play it and see what that really feels like. Our next categories are best music and or audio. And so with this, we've gotten a lot of upgrades to our audio in music and sound areas because we've got the sound design degrees now, both the Bachelor of Arts in Music and Sound Design and the Bachelor of Science in Engineering and Sound Design. This means we've got a lot more talented musicians and sound designers roaming around the school, working on projects, making the sound effects better, making dialogue better, and of course music itself. So what this means is that when you look at best music and audio here, this is an insanely competitive category, and there's a lot of games that certainly would deserve to win this. It really just comes down to which of these games really grab the voters, and it starts in third place at 10.5% with Ping. And also at 10.5%. With the game, of course, it's been a whole category since we mentioned them, Wingman. So there's no real third place, they're both tied for second. You should both feel good about that. You should also think about the fact that one more person on your team would vote. It wouldn't matter. And so, in first place, with 26% of the vote, with excellent music, excellent soundscape, Subway. And Subway catches back up to the And now, best multiplayer. So we get a lot of multiplayer games here. A lot of the students here like to play multiplayer games, different kinds, cooperative, combative ones, all different kinds. It doesn't necessarily need networking. A lot of these games are really kind of couch games where you put them on a big TV, have four friends gather around, either fight it out or cooperate. That's a big part of even what goes on here at DigiPen. You'll see these outside of the team areas for people, so people can come by and play the game while they're in development. So with 11%, game we haven't mentioned before, art. So art is a junior game with a very impressive engine built from scratch. It is a racing game. But you race, of course, with multiple people on the same screen. There's split screen if you want. It's also what's set in a mythic sci-fi universe. It's very interesting. It's excellent art. And while we don't have it in this screenshot, you can find one. Put a screenshot of it. It has a very cool flying dragon-like feature. At 14.5%, and of course, you got John here. The reason I say the 0.5s and all because it's one vote less than the first place one. It's Wing Match. That does pull Wingman back in the lead, though, for most top 3 finishes.
Silas is laughing at you.
And of course, we had a similar thing happen to a team last year. So, in first place, with 14.8% of the for best multiplayer, Mashball. I think the thing that probably did it, I'm just saying, is the announcer voiceover. Now maybe it's a little unfair because they have 2 holes for Mashball. You know, one. That might have something to do with it too. The next category is best artificial intelligence or behavior. And so, of course, we say artificial intelligence, a lot of times we just mean however things in the game behave. It doesn't really have to be artificial intelligence in a pure technical sense. But anything that just makes it where the way things in the game behave are interesting, that qualifies. So with 16% of the vote, we have Emma. It looks like a turn-based game, as opposed to kind of is, but it's a real-time one. It's really you're just having to move very quickly in a chess-like atmosphere with fantasy units that have all different ways of moving and different abilities. It's very fun. It was fun quite a while ago while they were developing. It's only gotten better over time. And playing against the AI is a big part of that. It's not just about what the AI is brutal and really good. It's actually toning it so that it's fun to play. They could actually easily make it incredibly brutal. They've had to tone their AI down to make it more interesting and more like a human opponent. At 19%, in second place for best AI, is Alone. Much on the screen there. That's, well, because you're kind of alone in the darkness there. That's how this game works. It's a stealth game. It's a very cool stealth game too. But a big part of it is that there are guards and guard dogs wandering around in the darkness, which you can hear. Which in this case also means see, because you can see the sound ripples come from them. But you have to avoid them. This is not Assassin's Creed. You cannot attack them. If they get you, you're dead. That's it. Instead, you have to run away from them, carefully sail around, not run too fast though, because that makes sound and attracts the guards as well. A very cool stealth game, really good. I would highly recommend playing. I keep saying that these are all excellent games, but it really is something you should play and experience. So at 40% in the category for best AI, earning them first place is Summer. So of course they've caught up to Wingman again. Turning into the submarine exercise program. So So of course, behaviors are interesting, AI is interesting, but that's not all there is to characters. Really, it's the holistic thing. How do they look? How do they sound? How do they feel? What is their place in the, what's the narrative behind them? That's why we have a best characters category. The best characters would mean either best single character or best cast of characters. Really up to the voters how they want to interpret that. But these are for the games that really have distinct, interesting characters that really capture people's imagination. So, with 11% of the vote, is Forsaken. Poe and his companions, Schizo, Grumpy, and Lanky are surely the things that got people to do enough of these votes. They are actually quite interesting characters. If you play this game, I think you'll become quite attached to them, and hope to see how good these characters have been drawn by this sophomore team. In second place, with 12% of the vote, is Coffee Break. So Coffee Break got characters in a completely different direction. Now you've got these four comedic characters who are futuristic, Jetson-like office workers of various different types. And so those worked as well. Doesn't have to be all dramatic and philosophical style characters. Comedic ones work well too. And with 16% of the vote, which you'll note, 11, 12, 16, this was an incredibly competitive category. With 16% of the vote, in first place for best characters, Shade. The main character in Change, his position in the world, how it all works is very cool, but really, I mean, while everything goes into those characters, I really think it's the artist who truly made that character win this award. It's so well animated, so well constructed. It's impressive. It really is one of the better pieces of character work we've ever seen in a game. Now, for best physics. So here we've got to go completely from characters into a very technical category. When we say best physics, of course we mean best custom-built from scratch physics engine. Because if you're using one that's already made, that's nice, but I mean, you can't win this award. This award is for one built from scratch in C++. We get a lot of teams that do this, partly first and two, but it is something that you don't normally see. Even professional game companies would normally never write their own physics engine. It's too difficult, it's too costly, you wouldn't do it. Here at DigiPen, happens all the time. So with 12% of the vote in third place is actually one of my favorite games. Lucha or Lose It. Games about Mexican wrestling, I mean, you can't go wrong. If you've got a good physics engine to back it up, this really works. One of the things they did this so well is all the characters being huge, the art to match them, it really works well. It's a really fun physics game, it's really enjoyable, and I recommend it to play. For second place, 20% is Food. The graphics are amazing, the art is amazing, the technology behind it is all very good. But of course, most people would look at it and not immediately think about the physics. But when you're doing full 3D physics in an environment like this with realistic characters, this is hard. It's one of the hardest things you can do in real-time programming. So they did a great job with it. It's very impressive. There's another game, though, that did really impressive 3D physics. And it got 52% of it. It's art. So part of that is art isn't just about looking pretty. Doing the vehicle physics for a game like that is very difficult. This is like the guys, I'm sure they're out there watching, who made Nitronic Rush. They know how difficult that can be. The next category is Best Graphics Technology. Now here we mean Best graphics technology. This is not the best graphics, it's just what looks the best. So, generally, it looks pretty good to impress people. It's not about what looks the best. It's about whether the technology is really good, whether it's 2D or 3D. At 15%, in third place, is pink. And of course, part of why they get that high number of votes is because the effects they're doing to make it where you have sound pulses that then show the world and freeze it for a moment while the game then continues on, even though you are moving and the world visually isn't updating you yet. It's sent out another thing. All of that is a bit of a complex thing to do visually and takes some really good technology. At 27% of the vote, though, in second place is Subred. That's pretty tough to actually get in the top 3 in graphics technology with a 2D game. But if you played Subred, you know why. It's of course beautiful art. The artists did a wonderful job, but also the technology backing it, even that 2D environment, the lighting they did, it's really impressive. But at 34%, in first place, is Art. So now that we got the technology part down, now we're going to just talk about the visual design of the game. So the best 2D visual design, and then we'll do 3D. This is about how it looks. Not just purely as a screenshot, but really just the whole visual effect of the game, how it was put together, both the art itself and the design of the entire camera system, the visual look, the lighting, everything, technology and art meshing together. How well was it done? So for best 2D visual design, 10% of the vote, in third place, is Sunder. One of the challenges they have with Sunder is that you kind of do everything in reds and blues, so essentially you've just got a game that has to be done in silhouette. But it has to work. It has to look good. That's a very different artistic challenge, and they did an excellent job. With 14% of the vote, something that also uses silhouettes. In second place is Forsaken. Well, with 48% of the vote, what do you think? I don't know, I'm his smut. Subred. That's 4 wins for Subred. That's a lot. But they can't win this one. Because this is for best 3D visual design. And with 12% of the vote for best 3D visual design, I mean, we haven't heard from a while, it's about time, Wingman! And with 16% of the vote, in second place, Chain. Now, really, it'd be quite difficult to choose between all of these. I mean, any one of these would legitimately win this category. But with 25% of the vote, Art. So Art's got 3 wins. Unfortunately for Art, in the best technology overall category, Subway is over. So when we talk about the best technology category, here we just mean overall technology. Not AI, not graphics, not physics, just overall technology. Because of course, a lot of the students here, it's not like they just look at it and kind of go, how can you tell how good the technology is from how it looks? No, they talk to each other. They're in each other's classes. They ask each other for help. And so they have a lot of knowledge about what other people are doing with their engines, how good the technology really is underneath the covers. With 14% of the vote, in third place is Pete. With 18% of the vote, in second place, Subred. And with 32% of the vote, in first place, is Ark. Ark is caught up. It's 4-4. Ark and Subred. Now I'm sure Subray's sitting there going, it's like, well, if we were allowed to do 3 stuff, we would have won that. They're sophomores, see, so allowed to do 3D stuff. So those are all the categories that we go based on the nature of the game, the type of game, or pieces of the game, pieces of technology. Now we get into what are the best individual games by year. So we go through freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, masters, and then the overall grand prize. And so, of course, every year has great games. And one of the reasons we do this by year is because the freshmen, they've got one semester, they're building things for the first time. It's a little hard for them to compete against the top games later. We do teach people things so they can get better at building games as they go. But a lot of these freshman games are awesome. They're really cool. I mean, it's something where once you get these up in the game gallery, you should go look at these. They may not be quite as polished sometimes, it's just a one semester, but the core of what they're doing is often really fun. I highly recommend it. Well, with 12.7% of the vote, we tied for third place is Lunazoa. Also with 12.7% of the vote is Close Your Eyes. Close Your Eyes is the one where you have to actually turn everything dark so you can't see it, close your eyes, and then you can move past obstacles or monsters that you otherwise couldn't. This is a very cool idea. With 13.8% of the vote, in a clear second place, is Agamemnon. Dark on screen here because you are wandering through a dark and desolate area, but it's once you play, you'll see things light up more. It's actually quite fun to play. With first place, with 15.4% of the vote, is Mansion Mashers. So it really is hard to do justice because even if you saw all the showcase, I mean, we can show a ton of the games. Great job. It was so hard to show them all. We had to do a montage just to even get all of them across. So really, go explore those. You can keep playing those over the next couple of months. Always find something new and interesting. For best sophomore game, here at 8% of the vote, we have Forsaken. With 9% of the vote, in second place, Sunder. And somebody here, we got 35% of the vote. Sophomore games. Subred. Well, they take the lead once again. Now 5-4. They're scoring at home. Now, I do believe that if Subway, a sophomore game, manages to win the best junior game category, they'll have an unassailable lead. But that'd be a pretty good trick. So I don't think they're going to win this next category. We can put it beyond them, but I don't think they're going to do it. For best junior game, at 11%, is Pink. At 15%, for second place, Mash Ball. With 23%, not really as much as Subway is 35. Is Art. So that makes it 5-5. With only one category left, which they are both eligible for. Woohoo! So best senior game at 14%, Quantanglement. Quantanglement was done by one student in one semester with a pre-built engine, but still, so are the other ones in this category. It's a really cool puzzle game, lots of neat mechanics in it. I really look forward to seeing more from it. This is done by Victor Sessi. Calling him out for it because it's an impressive accomplishment to take something that just you do by yourself and actually compete against games that get like 27% of the vote, which is Wingman. And with 51% of the vote, quite a bit, it's a change. Excellent job. Woo-hoo! And now for Best Masters Game. With 19% of the vote, Deluvio. If you remember from the showcase, if you saw Deluvio, is the dark underwater exploration game. There's something else working down there with you. With 24% of the vote is another game that's all about fear. Boo! This game is actually very cool, very fun, excellent art. Love the art design on this stuff. And then for first place, with 39% of the vote, Mages and Mazes. So there's only one award left, which is Game of the Year, but we're going to push it away from it. Because before Game of the Year comes the MJ Quigley Outstanding Contributions to a Game Project Award. So MJ Quigley himself, come on up. So MJ is the person we named this award after. It's a DigiPen student and went so far above and beyond. I mean, lots of students at DigiPen go above and beyond what they have to do. Lots of them contribute in so many ways that have nothing to do with grades or being paid or anything. And they do a huge amount for the school, for other teams, for everyone. But MJ had did so much that when we were sitting around, it's like, we have to recognize that somehow. We have to do something. We should give him an award. What should we call the award? Hey, the MJ Quigley Award. So he won the first one, didn't he? But so now we bestow this award every year on the person we see. It's not voted on, it's just what we see around the school feel is the person that really exemplified this the most. There's lots of other people always deserving of this, but we have to pick one person. That person is Seth Weaver. You get to shake him big like this. I don't even know how many games he's contributed to. It's a lot. I keep seeing his name pop up everywhere. But great job, well deserved. So now, Game of the Year. Odd Khmer's Grand Prize. $3,000 for first place. Spread among the two. $2,000 for second. $1,000 for third. So even third place might be an ounce short. $1,000 among all the teams. So of course, these games are fantastic, and this category is insanely competitive. This is not going to be someone with a giant number of votes in this. So many games got votes, so many people voted for different things. It's really just shows how the quality of the games at the school is so good through and through at every level. And so with third place, and of course remember, for these you're getting a prize, you're getting a certificate, so third place is a winner, you have to come up. In third place, with 7% of the vote, but still third with 7% of the vote, is Chick. Come on, stand up here for a second. So this is the primary part of the Chain team. Of course, there's many others that contributed to making Chain, not just these guys. They're going to reflect the awards. But really, I just wanted to note for these guys, I mean, third place, second place, first place, I mean, it's an amazing game. It really is quite an accomplishment. These are seniors going out there into the world. They've made something amazing with their final go at DigiPen. You guys should go for master. However, it is an amazing accomplishment, and I highly encourage you, if you see this, I mean, remember, they're seniors, they're graduating. It means they're available. So if you want one of these guys, give them a call. Even if they got offers from somewhere else, offer them more. Great job, guys. It's a really cool game. Great. So there are 2 spots left. I wasn't using decimal points. It's not tie. So it's 5-5. Certain teams that we've seen a lot of. Might be one of them that's involved. First and second place, the team in second place got 8% of the vote, just 1% more than Chain. That's how competitive this category is. But they couldn't actually manage to beat them, but they came awfully close. Second place goes to Art. There's a lot of fans from Paragon and the team that makes Art. Really great job, guys. I mean, it's been an impressive game all year. You started off with a bang, you really have finished with a bang as well. I mean, really cool stuff. I look forward to playing the final version you submitted, and you guys might, of course, keep working on it in the summer. You never know, I know a bunch of other internships and stuff. It's really just one of those games kind of in the Nitronic Rush lineage. I mean, a big, impressive technical tour de force, super cool art, super cool audio, cool racing. I mean, it's really an impressive job. You should be very proud of yourselves, and can't wait to see what you do next, both at DigiPen and out there in the world. Expect great things from you. Hardcore? Come on over. 7% of the vote. 8% of the vote. The winner only has 10% of the vote. It's so competitive. It could be anything. It could be. It's entirely possible. I wouldn't troll you like that. With 10% of the vote, the Claude Numeric Grand Prize, the Game of the Year 2014, goes to Sutton. Well-deserved award. I mean, you beat a senior team and a junior team, and you're a sophomore team. That's really impressive. The only problem is, all those junior guys are going to get internships and stuff. The senior guys are graduating. Now you guys got it perfect. No pressure. I'm just saying. Right? So really, an impressive game. Well worth the award. Really cool to play. I hope you guys keep working on it this summer, because I'd love to see you adding more content, do more stuff with it. It's really cool. Congratulations. And what did I say? Content next year. That's what I want. Great job. So, that's the awards for this year, for 2014. An amazing set of games. Subway, Arc, Chain, so many others. It's really just something about this where I've been doing this for so long now. I mean, I've been teaching at DigiPen for a decade, teaching game project classes for a decade. We've got lots of new instructors in the game project classes. The old guard are me and Jen Sword. We've been around for a decade. We've been seeing a lot of these games evolve over time. And while there are some great games from in the past at DigiPen, just the general overall quality of the experiences you guys make, the just incredible art, the audio, the game design, the technology, all of it that goes together. We've seen this for a decade. We've seen how this has progressed. And yeah, of course, I really like to think that we do a pretty decent job, running these classes and helping out. But this is really up to you guys. This is up to the students. You guys taught yourselves every year. You keep learning more from the seniors and the juniors who came before you. And all of you who learned, and that's why you make these great games. You got to pass that knowledge on down to the freshmen and the sophomore. Yes, even the freshmen, a little noisy sometimes. You're a freshman once too. And so it's really just amazing to see. The progression that it's gone through is astounding. Every year, I mean, I was told when I first started teaching at DigiPen by a friend of mine who had done some teaching himself, that I'd last about 3 years, because I'm not really an academic, not really. I mean, I'm someone who's been in the game industry forever. And so I was going to last about 3 years, because then you get bored with it and you want to go back to the real world. But I'm still here. And every year, it's still, what are you guys going to build this time? What are you going to make? It's astounding. It's like having your own game studio that just makes games for you. It is the best job in the world. I love this place, and it's the reason why it's proven to you guys. It's because of the things you make, all the effort you go through, all the heartache, all the difficulty. We know it's there, but it really does mean a lot to me. It's great to be a part of it. DigiPen is always the place I wish I could have gone to college. I'm pretty sure I could have gotten. Not positive. But it really is, it's great to work with you guys. I really love this place. I really do hope to see you do amazing stuff next year. For those of you who are graduating, I want to see you transform the game industry. Ultimately, DigiPen is producing so many students. We're taking over so much of the game industry. You can do it. You can change fundamentally how the game industry works and the type of games that are made. I encourage you to do it. Fantastic job. Give yourselves a big round of applause. This all happened, and for his generous prizes that he gives in his name. We'll see you next year for the 2015 awards, but this concludes the 2014 DigiPen Game Award.